I'm not going to tell you how old this sweet bowl is.
5 years old.
TV was black and white back then, just like the world. The grey area I'm restoring the Lotus Esprit in is a metaphor for how things are now, but we're comfy in the in-between, aren't we? I'm dusting off the sweet bowl, and as I do, I realise that the little piece of top wishbone pivot bolt I cut off and threw in there all that time ago needs to come out, because I'm replacing those bolts anyway. But I have 6 15mm speed holes cut from the 3mm thick top hat crossbrace the last time to go in. And carefully weighed, of course, the exact amount of weight I've removed from the front hub assemblies in swarf and filings. This is my 100th video, by the way. There's a glorious day of flex coming, standing in front of a period correct Lotus Esprit in high top boot runners and a full length 80s trench coat and shutter shades. Yeah, shutter shades. I'm looking for anything that goes through or onto the chassis. Anything I can refresh, restore, or just bolt on. And that could be coolant pipes, brake lines, or gear linkage, all of which I'm about to tackle. The coolant pipes run almost the length of the car, from the engine in the back to the rad in the front, and they go right through the backbone of the chassis. And my ones looked really good, just a little furry at the end. I was starting to feel this little sensation of hope, I think, that they might be fit for reuse. I thought about chasing the deep pitting in the pipe ends with the TIG welder, but that's probably a day's work in itself, and there'd be no guarantee I'd get it right. Every little bit of goodness that's left in the original parts of this car has to be taken advantage of. That's not just budget enforced. I'm not the wasteful type. Old equals dead doesn't compute. So I took a sample to the lads at Delvo Engineering to see whether I could remake some of the smaller sections of coolant pipe out of the good sections of the big ones. I think we all knew that without a mandrel bender this wasn't going to work, but you're crack where crack's due. This is pipe crack, by the way, and not the other way round. It's an Irish thing. You'll get it. Right, so I'm on the lookout for a mandrel equipped bender. Brake lines then. These are the two junctions that split the brake fluid feed, front and rear, to the calipers either side. They're spaced off the chassis by little 4mm thick steel washers. Shocker, mine are rusty, and I don't like painting, but I do have a big machine and some 4mm thick stainless steel plate. Those washers will reappear when the brake lines meet the chassis, but while I have Zeus's electric axe fired up, I decided to have a go at remaking the rear radius arm mount brackets in stainless steel too. Did I mention I hate painting? Off the bat, I didn't allow enough extra material for the bend radius, so the new bracket fits snugly inside the old. Before you say anything, I put the extra holes in it to let the wind out. You don't want to trap wind, that's dangerous. A bonus side effect though is these brackets are considerably lighter than the originals and also stiffer. I'm going back to the drawing board with them to tweak a few things, the deficit in size for one. But they're a result as far as I'm concerned. Now what was the third thing I had to look at? Oh yeah, gear linkage. In this piece of vintage archive footage, we can clearly see how the Lotus Esprit Series 2 gear linkage interacts with the fossilized remains of a backbone chassis. Now what I'd really like to do is remake all of this in space age materials, but I'm sticking to the plan and getting it done. And you're thinking, but you've just made custom suspension brackets. And I'm thinking, yes, in less time than it would have taken me to prep and paint the originals. Up here for thinking, down there for dancing. I came across something in the gear linkage that brings me more smiles than any of the other stuff this time round. The bar between the shift lever and the rear pivot is so protected inside the backbone that it doesn't need to be restored. It might sound funny, or even silly, but there won't be many things on my car that won't need attention, so finding one is a real feel-good. This bar is one of those, I can't see it, but I know it's in there things. That's the most rewarding and unrewarding round of work at the same time. Lots of fun stuff done, but nothing finished. All of this prep though means there's an exciting couple of days coming when there's nothing to do but bolt everything up. Right, I'm off to weigh some more metal filings and get the gear shift assembly all shiny. I'll leave you with some poster hanging, and thanks to Ron for the lights. There's been talk of making the posters available, so look for mention of it in the comment section and register your interest if you'd like me to produce them. To new patrons, Lotus Esprit, Brian McKenna, Dr. Tardis and Ian, and to all patrons, thank you for supporting my work. If you'd like a look behind the scenes, or to access more content or grab some merchandise, my website holds the key. Link in the description. More Esprit goodness coming soon. Until then, stay stuck in, and good luck.